Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. Today I'm here to show you a very exciting unboxing video, which is a package that I received from this brand, which is Great Fountain, and it was sent by Gabriele Falcinelli. So Great Fountain is an Italian brand. It is run by Gabriele Falcinelli, and he makes some interesting stuff. One of his stuff that made him more famous, I would say, it's their little brass stoppers for ink cartridges. I don't have any here with me so that I can show you, but you can check my previous videos on those. I have here my big Victorinox knife because this is a very interesting thing for me, and I think it will deserve a big knife. Unless I can open this without a knife, and maybe that's the case. No, it's not. It is glued, but I need to be a little careful. Okay. I'm in now. Okay, so I have here a package that is, let me just close my knife and put it away. This is a really interesting package because it has two things inside. One is here and the other one is here. And I think I can show it all to you. So I'm really excited to show you this. So one of the things is inside these. And I will just open this part. I will not show it right away, but I'll just destroy all the suspense about this and tell you that what is inside is a fountain pen. So I will show it in a moment. So this is a fountain pen that Gabriele makes. Now we'll see this one first. I just want to tell you that I bought these from Great Fountain at a discount price to show it here on the channel. And here I have something that I bought from Great Fountain, and I'm really excited to look at it. So it has a little sticker here with the Great Fountain logo, and let's open this. Okay, haha, I checked it. First, I want to show you that what is inside is a few notebooks. I showed you before, I have made a video about this. They make these pocket notebooks. When they sent me these for review, it was the only design with cats. Now they have several more designs that you can get, and it's here. You have the characteristics of the paper. Here's 52 pages, etc. You open it, and it has a quote here. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing, and it's very interesting. And I made here some tests with some inks, and I made a review of this notebook, and you can watch it here in my channel. I didn't write a lot since then here, but for some other reasons, not because of the notebook. And so they made these notebooks, and that's the reason why I have to show you this. What I have here is a package of notebooks for this channel. I just ordered a few that he made to my specifications, and I'm really excited to look at them. Let me put those aside and let me take one out. You have the same thing, a pocket notebook made in Italy. And on the other side you have the same information, all about the paper. 52 page, 100 grams per square meter paper, pure white, square cross, which is the pattern of the paper, then 89 per 140 millimeters, and let's open one to show you. So why did I make these, well, why did I wanted to have these ODE branded notebooks? They are very simple, and I just wanted to have them because sometimes I do giveaways. I know I've been away from the channel for a while, I've not been doing lots of it, but I will start doing it again, and I think I will start including a notebook with my giveaways. When I give away a pen, I may include a free notebook with ODE. So what we have here is just my plain ODE logo. Let me take this out. I don't want to ruin it, but I'm really excited for having this. So this is like this one. It is a laminated. I think you can see the reflex of the lights there. Laminated cover with this cross pattern, which is kind of like, it reminds me of the Rhodia dot pad, but instead of dots you have kind of crosses that would make the lines of square paper. So here is the ODE logo. So these are exclusive to me, and also I have a special quote here, but I'm from Portugal and I wanted to make the quote in Portuguese. So the quote that I have here is that o livro tem muitos erros que o leitor, porém, facilmente poderá corrigir. Okay, what is this quote? This is an interesting quote that I always found marvelous. And here I want to get away a little bit from these and go into a side way just to say where I have this. When I make my reviews, and I've talked about this in a Friday Night Pen Thoughts video, I guess no, I'm sure I talked about this. When I make my pen reviews, I do a quote, and that quote is always from my favorite book. I didn't used to do that, but more recently I do that. And my favorite book is this book. This is the Amort De Palace e o Mistério da Árvore, which can translate loosely by the death of the clown and the mystery of the tree, like that, from a Portuguese writer, Raul Brandão. This is the 1930s, I guess, no, 1926. This is a facsimile of the 1926 edition. It's not real 1926 first edition, it's just a facsimile of the first edition. So you have everything as it should be in the first edition. But this book has something interesting that I like, and sorry because I'm not talking about pens or this stuff anymore, but this book, the author wrote this book twice. He wrote it and he published it in 1896 for the first time, and then he rewrote the book and published it again in 1926. So this is a replica of the 1926 version, but the text is really different. It's not just a different cover. And I have here, and this is a real one, a real first edition of the book. And it had a different name. This is the Amort De Palace e o Mistério da Árvore, so the death of the clown and the mystery of the tree. And in this older edition, you have here also Raul Brandão, and then it's just História de Palhaço, which means history of a clown. It was simpler, the title. And this is really a first edition, and I like it. I think it has some date here somewhere. I guess maybe it's just on the end of the text. Let me just see that. Yes, it's dated. The first version is from 1895, and it was published in, this is some paper from the person who gave me this book, and yes, it's here. It was written in 1895 and it was first published in 1896. So, favorite author, favorite book ever that I return to once in a while. There was something that used to be done in many books. I'm not sure, I don't think it's done anymore. Is that sometimes books have some problems, some mistakes, and then there was a separate sheet of paper that was put on the book after it was published, really, but before it was distributed, saying, for example, in page 96, 98, in line 5, where it says something, you should read something else because the something that is written is not correct. And so it was like an index of corrections of the book. That's the idea. And I thought it would be, that is marvelous that the authors, not the authors, the publishers of this book, they decided they wouldn't have any trouble, they wouldn't invest any time in revising. I'm not sure if you can say that, but I think it's revising the text. And they, instead of saying that in page something you should read something else, they just made this. This is called an errata, which is kind of a collection of errors. It usually is a collection, but in this case they wrote this. O livro tem muitos erros que o leitor, porém, facilmente poderá corrigir. Which is the same phrase. And that's where it comes from. That's why I made this detour. It's the same phrase I have here. And this phrase means in English, let me see if I can tell you. It's, the book has many errors that the reader can eventually correct easily. So I think that's a very nice phrase because it's kind of comical. It is completely useless to have this instruction in a book, because in a book you have to say there is a mistake there, you can correct it by reading something else, and you have the list. When you don't have a list, you just say, okay, there are lots of errors there, lots of mistakes, don't care about it, you can easily correct them. You're not providing any information. And I found that interesting and kind of comical when I first had this amazing book in my hands. But here, I think this phrase, it's very important to me and it makes sense because in a way, that's it. You have your book, you have your notebook, and you write down your thoughts, you write down your intentions, your goals, your resolutions, and then sometimes you miss them, you don't do them the exact way you thought you would. Sometimes you have thoughts that with time they are no longer as true as they were when you wrote them. So in a way we can call them, let's call it mistakes, not real mistakes, but they are not accurate anymore. In a way, in a book, in a handwritten book, in a notebook, it makes sense to have, there are lots of mistakes. Yes, there are, because a notebook is a product of the moment when you put down your notes. So there are many mistakes for sure. Everything you think about, everything you think, you write, you speak, there are always some things that are not correct. There are some things that you will think differently in a while. So in a way this is true. When you read it again, you can easily correct or see them in a different perspective, or do or rethink what you thought before in another way very easily. And I think that makes sense. And I just wanted to put this in Portuguese because it makes sense for my channel. If you want to know the real translation, you just watch my videos and you'll get to know that. This is just kind of a private edition of notebooks that will be sent as giveaways when I do giveaways here in the channel. So thank you so much to Great Fountain, because we talked a lot, we discussed the idea, and they made this notebook, and I'm very happy to have something branded with ODE and coming from a brand that I really enjoy. So thank you for this part. This is an edition that actually any one of you can make your own edition. You just need to go to Great Fountain website and talk with Gabriel Falcinelli, and he will guide you and give you prices and so on if you want to customize your own products. I really wanted to have my own product for once, and I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy. These were meant for a giveaway, but I'm not sure if I will not. I think I will keep one for myself. It's very simple. All white, just the logo. But to me, more important than the logo is the quote that makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not sure if it made the same sense to you, because these linguistic things are very hard to explain, and Portuguese is very different from English and so on. Okay, let's move on. This is the other part of the package. This is a pen that I bought with a discount. Let me just, zoom in a little bit. This is a pen that I bought with a discount, and it is a pen that is made by Gabriel at the Great Fountain, and it's here the idea of the pen, the description. So the website is this one, greatfountainitaly.com, and the pen is called Hexadeca pen, which means hexadeca, it means it has 16 something. So it has 16 facets, and it is a 3D printed fountain pen. So it's all, the description is very understandable. As a pen, it comes in this quite regular box, case, whatever you want to call it. But when you open it, if you get to open it, sorry, my clumsiness is working now, okay. When you open it, you have a pen. Of course, I needed to have a yellow pen because I'm a little crazy about yellow pens. This pen, okay, I'm seeing it now. I didn't see it except in his website. It has a really matte finish to it. It has many facets, those 16 facets, a clip, wow, very springy. It has these facets, it has some ornamentations there. I think it looks really nice, and it says somewhere Great Fountain, there, Great Fountain, like on the beginning of the barrel of the pen. These unscrews, and you will have inside the cap. The pen is quite heavy for a 3D printed pen, so I guess there is lots of material here. You'll have a O-ring there to seal well the section in the cap, so to avoid the pen to dry. The downside to it is that you can see a slight shadow of it on the outside, but I think stains of ink will be worse than this. And then you have the pen like this. The pen has a number 6 Yovo nib, so it is quite a big pen, I would say. Not oversized, but it is a big pen. I'll make a video about it with many size comparisons later. I'll make a review so you can see there is the logo of Great Fountain in this number 6 JoWo nib, and this is a medium nib. And I chose a medium nib because I usually prefer Bock nibs. And Bock nibs I like Fs. For JoWo nibs, many times I prefer M than F. I don't know why, just I prefer that. And here you unscrew this. Okay, fun. I didn't know he made this little cap for the... Okay, you have a converter included. Sorry, I'm always off camera. He made a converter, and the fun thing is that the converter also has a faceted, like, little cap for the turning knob of the converter. So it's really funny. I was not expecting this. It was like a surprise. It's not important at all when you buy a pen, but to have this kind of detail. But I think it's so interesting, so funny. So that's it. It has number 6 JoWo steel nib. It has some more flex nib options available. You can just check on his website. I'll leave the link below. This pen costs 130 euros. It is a 3D printed pen, and it has some really unique design to it. It's not just a copy of everything else, and even the threads are very interesting. I really find them very fun. They remind me, and I'm sorry for saying this, but because of this color and because of this wide shape of them, they remind me of some pasta like fusilli. When it is boiled, it becomes a little fatter and like this. So it's really different. It's not just an in specific 3D printed pen. It's really I think this makes sense. You can look at it and you recognize the design. I just want to show you here a couple more yellow pens. I have one pen that is from Italy, also kind of a special edition. It is the Ducassa 1935. Can I say that in Italian again? Ducassa 1935. I guess so. So it's not a 3D printed pen, but it's kind of a handmade pen to have vintage lever clip and nib into a modern made pen. And I also have here two 3D printed pens. Sorry about these shadows, which is these two William Shakur pens. This is the Titan pen, which is a very big with a number 6 nib, and this is the Titan Pocket, which is a pocket pen but with a number 6 nib by William Shakur. And they are really fun pens, and they are my 3D printed pen. I will soon have, but I'm still working on it, a Portuguese 3D printed pen by another fountain pen lover here in Portugal, that he's creating a fountain pen for me. So I'm really interested in that. You can see this is a very soft kind of yellow. I will show, when I make the review, I'll show some comparisons for you to see how this color looks like. It is nice. And one thing that I noticed, and it happens with lots of pens, and I was noticing it now, when I do this, there is no rattling of the converter inside. I guess maybe this makes it have a very snug fit into the pen and it doesn't rattle. So it's really nice. I think I will really enjoy this pen. I will ink it, I will write with it, and then I will tell you what I think about this pen. So this is the, let me tell it again, this is the Hexadeca pen. Costs 130 30 euros. It is a 3D printed pen with a JoWo steel nib, number 6, and there are several colors available, and I think you can also customize. And when we talk about customize, you can also have some notebooks from him, like this one, or maybe you can get your own customized notebooks with your logo, with whatever, and this is really interesting. So don't forget to check his website, the Great Fountain website. So thank you so much, Gabriel, for letting me have this pen so soon, to be able to try, to have kind of the first production run to try this Hexadeca pen. And thank you so much for having all the patience to create this notebook for me. It seems very simple, just white with this, but all of this takes a lot of work and a lot of planning, and I'm really happy with today's unboxing. I had this package for a long time with me, but only now I made this unboxing, and I don't know how I held so much time without opening it, because I was really excited to see what is inside. So I need to organize a giveaway for the channel, and with a pen that I still need to choose which one it will be, there will be one of these notebooks included. So this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again so much, Gabriel, and thank you all, you my viewers, for watching this channel. See you next time. Bye.